Welcome to another video. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. Today we took a euro long. We took it this trade during the live stream. We're currently up 74 pips. Our final take profit is a 273 pip take profit. We're going for a 23.7 RR. The trade was taken during the live stream. Those who took it, I know a lot of people took the trade. I'm pretty sure Charles, Trader, Chap, a lot of people took the trade. Congrats to you guys who took it and made profit on this. And yeah, let's get to the trade. Recap, this trade made a big mistake, man. People wondering, well, you're up 74 pips. You are not top of the world. Unfortunately, no. It's a break even for me. Some other people didn't break even. Well, I did. And I made a mistake. It's lessonable. You know, it happens. We make mistakes. We make human errors. But we, as you guys know, in ETU, we never ever make the same mistake again. I never ever make the same mistake again. If I make the mistake once, I never ever make it again. And let's get the top down answer to the trade. What I was my thought process, what I was looking at. I was looking for a long, giving it a top down analysis. My narrative, my context, why I think this is a logical trade and not a patternized. I never trade patterns. And yeah, let's get straight into it. On the weekly time frame with a weekly IRL to ERL, weekly CR to the upside. During the trade that we took, we're below the weekly CR, we're below the weekly fair value gap. Would I look for shorts? No, because the weekly candle never closed, so it's never confirmed. If you always let the candle close, if you have to always let the candle close before you can confirm anything. It's a general rule of thumb. We're below the weekly opening price, so you want to buy. You as well had a classic exponential profile to the upside on the low of the week. Why? I'll tell you guys in the lower time frame. We had the expansion dealing range, discount premium. We're in a discount dealing range, so you want to buy it up. We as well had a daily CRT, which is this right over here. But when whoa, how come? Isn't it this? No, because just before this candle closed, there was a hourly confirmation to this daily CRT. So daily CRT is this candle right over here. We as well had a daily ERL to IRL, discounted ERL to premium IRL. We as well had that's the higher time frame right there. The lower time for the market context and narrative. We had a 4-hour range low to the range high. How come there's a range low? Weekly CRT low. How come the range high? Weekly CRT high. How comes the range low? Daily CRT low. How comes the range high? Daily CRT high. As well had a daily range here. Stood at a high, stood at a low, stable high, stable low. Discount premium. Discount the daily range got we're in discount the daily range we want to buy. We had a 4 key level. We as well had a SMT CRT. As well had a CRT as well there as well. And this is why I think this is why I thought, and it came true, right? This is why I was looking for a classic exponential profile to the upside, because we had SMT was low with the GU. So this low is protected. The market would have not high likely go lower. So since this low is protected, looking to look for a classic exponential profile to the upside. We're looking for a new continuation here as well. You guys know in a new continuation, we have a 4 CRT there. We are going to practice the 4 CRT over the hourly CRT because there's a 4 CRT in presence. We're looking for a new situation because the HC made the low of the day, not the high of the day. So we had a 4-hour key level, 4-hour IRL to ARL. Now, if we go to the lower time, before we go to the lower time frame for the execution, we are trading in a bigger range. Our bigger range is in this CRT. Our bigger range is this is CRT. This is our biggest range here. This is the valid range. As well as, since it's a bigger range, we never had entry down here. We're going to use this other smaller range to execute to the bigger range. And I made a lot of mistakes on this trade because in this range, I used a smaller range to take CRT high as my take profit and break even. Now I take profit as my break even. So I broke even, market hit my break even, eventually went up high from there. And I'm pretty sure I put my take profit at the 50% mark of the 4-hour CRT, which you should not be doing that. Why? Because we're not trading on Thursday or Friday, as well as it doesn't make sense for us to do that. Why are we doing that? That means we're trading the chart and the data, not the P. That means we're trading the P&L emotions, not our chart and the data. As you guys know, we do not trade the chart and the data. I mean, we do trade the chart and the data, not our feelings. We trade the chart and the data, not my emotions. I trade the chart and data, not my PNL. In this case, we made a lot of mistake, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. At first, my take profit to this trade was 4 CT high alone because we offered a 12 RR, 11 RR. I mean, for the first take for the CT high. That's a lot, but keep in mind, we trade a chart and the data, not our PNL or our emotions. In this case, I traded my emotions. That's why I put my take profit here. So the lesson, another lesson after that as well. So we're using this smaller range to go to the higher range. I think it's a lot of time for the execution of this trade. Got SMT obviously right here with the right time to purchase between 6 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. The right model one entry there. Stop loss here. But wondering, well, why did I enter the rejection block? I didn't make sense for me to enter in the rejection block because the wick wasn't overtaking the body. Neither did I enter on the threshold because the threshold, the body wasn't that fat. So just the model one itself is just fine. Stop loss right over here. And take profit one. Take profit two, which is this is as I said, I made a mistake. This is sort of right now, as of right what I'm seeing right now, this is not my take profit at all. Neither was 50% my take profit. My take profit was high. First take profit was a CRT high. Second take profit was these gold over here. Second and third. Now get the right model one. Market news came out. It hit our break even spot instantly, and eventually we broke even. We were actually before that we were already in a break even position, which we made pre and mature adjustments, which we can do. Now let's get to the lessons, right? So before we go to lessons, let's give a little more context. They take profit. We already break even because I had some sort of fucking problem where like, oh yeah, what if the market goes lower and lose way more than I'm supposed to lose, which is bullshit because I accepted this risk. Since I accepted this risk, even if it goes lower, guess what? I don't care because I already accepted the risk of me putting this trade. If I did not accept this risk, I would have not been in this trade at all. Since I accept the risks, I'm in the fucking trade. So I don't give a fuck if it goes lower. I don't give a fuck if it's CPI, NFP, whatever it is. I don't give a fuck if it goes higher or lower. Because as you guys know, we have CPI trades before. We have taken CPI trades before. Go back in the chart. All over here. I'm pretty sure right over here. We had a CPI long right around here. CPI long. I have market offers me CPI trades and NFP trades always. Not always, it's not always guaranteed, but it's usually a 80% chance I have a CPI and an NFP trade. And people wondering, well, it's very risky. It's very risky. No, I took an NFP trade. I had taken 3 NFP trades, all going to win. Yes, cool. I took a CPI trades, all going to win. But I took a loss on NFP. Guess what? I don't give a shit about the loss. Yes, markets had a spread, made me lose way more than I'm supposed to lose. But guess what? The market rewarded me way more. I made the last previous NFP trade I took. So that me losing what? 2 to 3%. Cool, I lost 2 to 3%. But guess what I made on the other NFP trades, CPI trades? I made so much fucking more. So that loss accepted, risk was accepted. Because now we have CPI trades. If you guys pay attention, we always have CPI trades. We always have NFP trades. For some reason, right? Which is good thing actually. That when that happens, I'm usually way more feared. But that gets to a position like, okay, we always have a CPI trade. We always have an NFP trade. I'm gonna execute it. I don't care. I'm gonna execute it. This risk accepted risk. If it goes lower, if it tops out, what it is, what it is. Because I set the risk and I have CPI trades, so I'm gonna execute it because I have a setup. Doesn't matter if the setup happens during news, during the holiday. I'm gonna execute it because my setup is there. And yeah, now the lesson of this trade is multiple things. Number one is I trade only the chart and the data, not my feelings. I only trade the chart and data, not my emotions. I only trade the chart and data, not my feelings, not my PNL. because in this trade, my first take profit was this break even. Second take was the 50% threshold. Last take profit was CFT high. Because why? Why was it not all over here? Because I traded the P&L. I had this mistake happen to me fucking before, so I cannot make the same mistake again. And I never make the same mistake again, which it did not happen again. I found it out. Okay, I can't do that. I just gonna take profit instantly. Why did I put my take profit only here? Because he offered me 11R. I need that's way more than enough that I need. But that's a problem. P&L, which is not a good thing. Because if that's gonna happen in the future, I'm gonna fuck up my bigger trades. Bigger than this. I fuck up those trades. Holy. We're missing out a lot. And that's a lesson. I trade a chart and data, not my feelings. I trade a chart and data, not my emotions. I trade a chart and data, not my P&L. And the next lesson is if we have a bigger 4-hour range and we did not execute that range during that specific time, but what we're gonna do is use a smaller range to target the bigger range. We're not gonna do the smaller range high or low as a take profit or a break even. We're just primarily gonna use this smaller range as an entry to target the bigger range. Which if you go to the, I could give you an example to what I mean by this. I took a short on the EU a while ago, right over here, a couple weeks ago. I took a short right around here. Hit take profit one, which is a smaller range. PP market came right back up, hit my break even, went down lower. I just broke even. I made nothing from that shit. We use a smaller range, target the bigger range. This is not the biggest range, by the way. This is right here is the biggest range. So we use a smaller range to target the bigger range. Since we use a smaller range at the break even, we didn't make shit from that. Same to this. We use a smaller range as a break even. Market came back down, stop as a break even, went up higher. Same to over there. Because break even is a scam unless you take profit. Otherwise, it's a scam. How? My entry is the OTE. My stop loss is total soup. Where's my stop loss? Fucking total soup. So why the fuck do I give a fuck about me trying my stop loss? Because my stop loss is total soup. I don't give a shit. But I fucking made mistakes here. Which we're gonna learn, which we're gonna, I'm very happy with this, as you guys know, everybody has their own journey to greatness. We can't rush greatness. I'm very happy to exchange today, potentially losing nothing, get a big lesson out of this. And the big lesson is journaled down. And as you guys know, break even is a fucking scam. I do not fucking break even. I do not know why the fuck did I try my stop loss to fucking break even. I know why. I got fucking emotional. This theory that I made that use this CFT high as a break even was a fucking bullshit theory because I already had a fucking example of the market not respecting this. So I was like, yeah, what? It's that time. It's a different time. It's a new time. Same shit happened again. It happens. It happens. It happens. I'm not even sad about this trade. I'm not even bad at me. I could have made what fucking 12 RR because I was 2%. I could have made that, but guess what? I don't give a fuck about me making the money or not. The lesson is what is important. I'm way more happy me making fucking nothing from a trade or potentially even losing than me making money out of this. If I made money out of this and I didn't break even or fuck up or a little bit, I would have not known the lesson because my mind would have distracted me away from the lesson. Yeah, but you just made money though. Making money doesn't mean you do something right, and losing money doesn't mean you do something wrong. It's always a lesson. Yes, you could, yes, I know I don't have the problem of the money distracting my mind from the lesson. But I don't want it to get that to that point, which I'm fucking erasing. And that's the lesson. The lesson is I do not break even too maturely. I do not break even too maturely because This trade before even fucking news, before we even hit our break even spot, we already fucking broke even, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right when 8:38 a.m. hit, I put my stop loss at the direction block. Right when 8:25 hit, I put my stop loss at break even. I do not know why the fuck I did that for. I do know why. I got fucking emotional because I thought, yeah, what if CPI spikes? But I had fucking trades that I took on during CPI and NFP that led me to making profits that made me profits on a longer term basis as well. I did have an NFP I did have an NFP loss. Guess what? I had a fucking other NFP trades and CPI trades that fucking profited. So that loss is a little portion of the wins I had. My losers outweigh my winners outweigh my losers by a fuck ton. So I will not I never ever make the same mistake again, and I never will. So I made a mistake here that I broke even too early. I broke even too much early. So now I added a rule just for the break even rule. I'm gonna read it out to you guys. The rule says set break even point carefully. Avoid pre amateur adjustments. I do not break even too early. I break even when my take profit gets hit. No matter what, I do not try my stop loss to break even just because there's a news, just because I could lose more. Because that trade I took was an accepted fucking risk. So if it goes on a loss, it's fucking accepted. I never get in a trade that I don't accept the risks on. So this trade is I accept the risk. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm gonna fucking follow my rule. And I do follow my rule. I never break my rule. And I learned from this. I do not try my stop loss to break even just because there's a news or I'm up a couple pips. I do not break even unless a take profit gets hit. No matter what, I do not break even too fucking early. I never did it again. I will never make the same mistake again. I learned from it. That's the lesson of that. And the next lesson is, as I said already, we're gonna if we have a bigger range in a 4-hour time frame, we're gonna use a smaller range to just target the bigger range, but we're not gonna use a smaller range as a break even or a take profit, just a way to enter the trade to the longer range, longer time frame range, the bigger range. And we're only gonna trade the chart and the data in our P&L. We're only gonna trade the chart and the data in our feelings. I only trade the chart and the data on not my emotions, because my take profit was first of all the break even, which I knew I had a psychology problem. I At first I wasn't gonna put this on take profit at all, but I fucking I distracted my mind. That's what happened. It'll never happen again. And I put 50% mark, I'm gonna take profit as well, and I put a CFT as my take profit and final take profit, which they're not my take profit. My first take profit is CFT high, and these other two make profits right over here. Why not 50% mark? I do not go for the 50% mark, as you guys already know. Why don't I go for the 50% mark? Because we're not trading in Thursday and Friday, as well as we're in a 4-hour time frame range. I know what I'm fucking doing. We're trading it logically. The reason people like to say go for a 50% mark because you fucking pattern trade it, as well as you don't trade logically. That's why. And sometimes because you are counter trending, people would have said, okay, you're counter trading, just go for 50% mark. You're going against the order flow. That's some fucking bullshit. I hate people making bullshit fucking rule. I hate that shit. Stop fucking lying to yourself, you know. I do not lie to myself. I keep it real. I know all the rules I have to you guys. All the rules I say to you guys, okay, I can't do this because of this. I can't do that because of that. Because those fucking rules are backed by evidence. If I don't have confidence in my rules and my trading, I have fucking evidence backing up. So I have more fucking denials here. Like, it's non-negotiable. And that's a lesson. That's a lesson of the trade. The lesson is those things right over here. Beautiful trade. Tomorrow will probably have a chance to catch the continuation of the trade to the upside. I'll keep in mind, chat. But you guys saw me talking, as I said in my live stream. The recap will be a very ruthless recap. Here, real recap. I'm not gonna fucking bush you guys here, man. I'm not going to fucking try to please somebody. And the next lesson is I will from now on forward have ego, because I fucking, I'm like, you're probably wondering, well, you're not, I'm having a fucking problem where I'm downplaying my fucking strategy because of somebody else. I'm trying to make somebody else feel better. I'm saying, okay, this concept doesn't work. I'm saying, okay, this, every concept works. This concept works. The auto flow supply and demand works. I'm just fucking downplaying my own fucking concept. And now my concept has proof, evidence of it working. And I'm fucking doing that for. I don't know why. The reason I do that is because where I live right here in my point of life, outside of trading, I downplay myself a lot. I don't want to act too smart. If I act too smart, there's a lot of negative side to it. But in trading, you gotta fucking act egotistic. You gotta act like you're the fucking best, because if you don't, and if I downplay my fucking strategy, I'm gonna fuck up. Because I said, I was downplaying my fucking strategy because I was saying, okay, CPS should be coming lower. I all them in the long entry, I said CPS should be coming lower. I should always expect to win. Yes, I do not expect to win in a short term. I expect to win in the long term. I expect to lose in a short term, but I always gotta have confidence. I always gotta be egotistic. But from now on, you guys will not see me fucking gaslighting you. I will not gaslight your fucking strategy. I'm not gaslight supply and demand or whatever the fuck you trade. I am more narcissistic on my fucking system, and I will say my system's better than any other system. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'll do from now on. Because from now on forward, from right this second, I will have huge confidence, and I do have huge confidence in my trading system, because what I'm doing is I'm downplaying it. I don't have a confidence problem. It's just that I'm downplaying it, which fucks up with my psychology, which makes me, emotional, which makes me confident with the trade. And I say some fucking bullshit about, okay, market should go lower so it can stop me out. But I'm in a fucking long trade here. I'm just fucking up my viewers here. You know what I'm saying? So that will never happen again. I will have pure confidence, pure ego, not in a bad way of ego where I'm not gonna guess at nobody. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna fucking not bullshit. Be like, yeah, every concept works. Not fucking every concept works. The only concept that works is fusing it logically. Supply and demand does not fucking work. Anything else does not work. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't work. Only if you understand it. Only if you spend years, or like learn this concept, it can potentially work for you. I don't. I'm not gonna give. I don't give a fuck about your concepts. This is how I believe the market's gonna move. This is how the market's gonna move. I'm not gonna say, okay, this concept works. This concept works, right? Lose my, because that's fucking downplaying my own fucking strategy. I'm not gonna do that again. From now on forward, I'm gonna say. So if I say, let's just say, wait, what's the lesson? I'm gonna have pure confidence. I'm not gonna gas out you guys. I'm gonna say this, that. I'm gonna have pure confidence in my setup. If I say, if I take a long trade, I'm gonna think it's gonna go shorter. I'm gonna think to go higher. I'm not gonna think, oh yeah, I should go on a loss though. I'm gonna expect to lose. Yes, I expect to lose, but I'm not gonna be like, okay, yeah, go loss, go loss, go loss. I'm gonna keep it to myself where it doesn't affect my emotion. I'm expecting to win the long term as well. I'm gonna say, okay, she's going up and win or a loss, because I'm in a fucking trade over there. I wanted to do that, right? Not I want to. Is market does not favor or disfavor anybody. It just is. But that's what you have to do, because if you do that, you're gonna have psychology. Probably gonna either get out of the trade too early, or fucking break even too early. In this trade, I fucking broke even too early. From now on forward, I will not break even too early. I'll break even once him I take profit. When it's not a him I take profit, I will not break even. I want to try my stop loss just because there's news or fucking or up a couple pips, or whatever. I will not fucking break even too early. I will not try my stop loss too early. I will only break even once I take profit, and I will, next time from now on forward, I'll never make the same mistake and never make the same mistake again. And I'll use a smaller range. If we have a bigger range, we're gonna use a smaller range to target the bigger range, but we're not gonna use a smaller range high or low of the CRT of the smaller range. We're not gonna use that to break even or take profit, because the smaller range, it potentially does do a OTE and go up higher, or do an OTE and then go lower. Because our stop loss is total soup, our entry is the OTE, and our take profit is total soup. And so once again, so that's why. And you can see this is backed by proof. Market over here hit our smaller range take profit. We broke even, and eventually broke even. Much it came back up, hit our break even, went down lower. So OTE went right back down lower. So using that smaller range to target the bigger range. So when we're trying to entering the smaller range to target the bigger range, we're not going to use the smaller range as a take profit or a break even. You can use it purely just for the execution. And yeah, that's the lesson of this trade. If you guys like, comment, check out, share, and join our Discord. Listen down below. See you guys in Discord. And yeah, thank you for the support, everybody. And I've seen a lot of positive feedback. This thank you very much. Very appreciated it because I seem way more negative than positive. But saying a little small love, a little small lovely feedback helps, takes away a lot of, negative, feedback that I get from people. And what I mean by negative, not it's not about the trading. They just talk shit, Shit, they just try to envy you and shit like that. Not like in a way, oh yeah, the comments don't like that, anything like that. It's just the envy. But thank you for the love. And one love overtakes the 10 hates. Thank you very much. Discussion down below. See you guys later. Peace out.